and welcome to episode 1 of our Sealed for Good program from Gripset, and we're going to bring you one of these weekly. A lot of tilers, and I don't want to generalise, but there are tilers out there that actually think that they may not need to caulk the internal joint because the walls are waterproof behind. And the waterproofing behind is totally independent for whatever the reason. The standard, which I'll explain in a moment, calls for sealing or caulking the joints between tiles. I harp on about this all the times when I get involved with discussions and talks and consultants, and I've had a few professionals in the industry ask me my opinion about this. The biggest area that we need to get improvement on in our industry is that the trades need to work together, and the waterproofer is often the meat and the sandwich. You know, you get carpenters or framers or gyprockers come in, they can prepare the area, or renderers come in. The waterproofer comes in and waterproofs, and then there's an after trade. And in between that, there's been plumbers before them, after them, etc. Everyone needs to know how they work together. The waterproofer needs to know the pre-trades and the post-trades. And so the other thing that waterproofers need to understand, and I'm sure you get reminded, but I'm going to remind you as well, wall floor junctions are the critical piece, and you need to take the tiler's perspective. A lot of you guys don't even know what sort of tile is being laid afterwards. You just go and waterproof the bathroom. If it's a small format tile, the tiler doesn't have a large bed of adhesive to be able to build up his tile. It might be a smaller 6mm Austral he's using. So make sure those corners are nice and square. So I'm going to go back a little bit and in time, and this will be like almost showing the evolution of man, and this we'll call this baby the ape. So back in the day, and I'm showing my age now, but back in the day when I started in this industry, there were no standards for us to follow with showers and wet areas in terms of how we sealed around pipes, because back in those days, just getting someone to waterproof a shower was a big challenge. I'll let you know a bit about Gripset. Gripset Industries, we have been around for quite a while, more than 30 years now. Adelaide born and bred. We still continue to manufacture here in South Australia. We manufacture everything on site here, but we develop all of our membranes and our systems. We make liquid membranes, protective coatings, repair compounds, adhesives, and what we're very big on is selling systems. That's the big thing for us. We make sure that we don't just sell a product and then have it hanging out there. We have a technical department that prides itself on the way we ensure clients know exactly what to use, how to use it, and where. And we understand the end-to-end process with waterproofing. So we've seen the full cycle in Australia. We've been involved through the different times that standards have come into the country. In fact, I remember entering this business many years ago before there were some of the standards that are around now.
Brands stands for the Building Research Association of New Zealand. We were set up in the late 60s for building research and to improve the way buildings are constructed and the way they perform.
We are very lucky this morning to have Mr. Frank Ross, the President of the Master Landscapers Association of SA. Frank, thanks for joining me.
Good morning, and that's a pleasure. I'm very happy to be here.
We always love a guest to come along, and especially someone with your experience. So before we're going to start, Frank, I know you like to talk as much as I do, so we'll do this quickly. Growing Good from GQC Homes in Adelaide, and Jared Fillmore, who's one of Adelaide's best waterproofers out in the market. Thanks again for joining me on this episode of Sealed for Good. I'll see you next time.